Hello, welcome to the second lesson. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you the greetings and maybe how to introduce yourself and how to ask someone's name. So let's start. The first word is this. It's pronounced merhaba. Merhaba. Merhaba means hello. Merhaba. When we're speaking fast, we usually omit this one, so we say merhaba without the H. Merhaba or merhaba, it's the same. Hello. A little less formal one is, especially used on the internet, is selam. It's hi. Selam. Another one is this. İyi günler. İyi günler. İyi günler. İyi günler literally means good day, but it's like hello. It's formal. İyi günler. And this is günaydın. Günaydın. Günaydın means good morning. Good morning. Günaydın. We also have this, but it's not used very often. This is the same letter, by the way. I alternate. I try to write beautifully the words that I'm writing for the first time, but normally I just write it this way. It's ü. Tünaydın. It's good afternoon. But I mean, some people use it, some people don't. I never use this, but you can hear it. Tünaydın. And after that we have iyi akşamlar. İyi akşamlar. İyi akşamlar. Usually this is used so often that you hear it this way. İyi akşamlar. This is how you will hear it, but it's actually incorrect. It comes from this, but in fast speech you can hear this, so don't get confused. Try to use this one though. This means good evening. This can be used both when you're seeing someone for the first time as a greeting and when saying bye. If it's evening, you can say iyi akşamlar for hello and goodbye. It's the same. And then we have, finally, remember this is C. İyi geceler. İyi geceler. İyi geceler means good night. Okay. Good night. So we have merhaba or merhaba, selam, iyi günler, günaydın, tünaydın, iyi akşamlar or iyi akşamlar, iyi geceler. Now I want to teach you how to say how are you, how to ask how someone is. The most neutral one is this. Remember, these are ı. Nasılsın? Nasılsın? Nasılsın is how are you? Nasılsın? In very street talk, you can hear this, omitting this ıl part. Nasılsın? Nasılsın is also how are you, but it's street talk. Don't use this, but you can hear it. This is when you're talking with a friend or with family members. With someone you don't know, try to add an additional syllable. Nasılsınız? Nasılsınız? Nasılsınız? Okay. Again, sometimes you can hear this one chopped off and nasılsınız, but it's not a very beautiful speech. A little less formal one is this. Naber. Naber means what's up. Naber is what's up. And yet another one is this. These are the ones that you will hear the most. Nasıl gidiyor? But we usually chop these last letters as well. In Turkish, we actually reduce a lot of letters in street talk. And this is pronounced nasıl gidiyor. You can pronounce it nasıl gidiyor as well. It will be perfectly understood. But I'm teaching you the street talk so that you can understand when you hear those. Nasıl gidiyor? Nasıl gidiyor? Nasıl gidiyor? It's as in English, how is it going? It's the same thing basically. Nasıl gidiyor? And when answering these, you can say iyi, which is good. Sometimes people say iyilik, which is like goodness, but it's the same thing, good. And you can say çok iyi. Çok means very, if you remember, or a lot from a previous lesson. Çok iyi. Or if you're not going very well, if you're not doing very well, you can say kötü. Kötü is bad. Okay, again, you can say çok kötü. If it's something in between, you can say fena değil. Fena değil means not bad. Fena değil, not bad. In colloquial talk, we usually just say for this. It's like in English so-so. Like naber, what's up, and you can say or fena değil, or you can say iyi, and that's about it. For the last part of this lesson, I'd like to teach you how to introduce yourself. Ben means I. Ben is the first person, and then you can just say your name. Okay. For example, if your name is Alex, you could say Ben Alex. Or for me personally, I would say Ben Utku. Ben, I don't know, Maria, you can say. Okay, you don't have to say anything like I am. There's no am here. You don't have to say it. Or you can make a longer sentence and say my name is. Just learn it, memorize it for now. We say benim adım Utku. Benim adım Utku. Or benim adım Alex. Or benim adım Maria. So this is something to be memorized. And when you're asking someone's name, you can say, if it's a friend, well, not friend, but someone, because if it's a friend, you would know their name. But someone your age, your colleague, for example, or your classmate, you can ask, senin adın ne? Pay attention, it's N this time. Senin adın ne? What is your name? Senin adın ne? Or if you're asking formally to a person that is older than you, to your seniors, sizin adınız ne? What is your name again? In English, it's the same. Some languages make this different. Some languages don't. English doesn't do it, but French does it. For example, tu versus vous, or Greek, esi versus esis, or in Russian they'd say ty versus вы, etc. In Turkish too, if this is the informal one, and this is the formal one. If these are too much, just learn one of them and then you'll catch up with the rest as the time goes on. And hopefully we'll study the grammar, like the logic of these changes, M to N to U, Z, etc. There's a logic behind it, so you'll be able to make these sentences on your own as well. When everybody tells their names, you would say nice to meet you, which in Turkish is memnun oldum. Memnun oldum. Memnun oldum means nice to meet you. Usually the other person also repeats it, memnun oldum, memnun oldum, but sometimes they can also just say ben de. Ben de means me too. Normally in English you would reply you too, nice to meet you, you too. But literally this means I'm pleased. So in Turkish it's sensible to say me too, I'm pleased. So memnun oldum, ben de. For example, a dialogue. Benim adım Utku. Senin adın ne? Benim adım Alex. Memnun oldum, ben de. This is a possible conversation. And then you can ask, how are you? Nasılsın? Naber? Etc. So that's about it for the second lesson.